Hello, my name is Susan, and I want to take a couple minutes to share a couple things from my heart to your heart, and hope it makes a difference in your life here today. So, I first of all would like to say, if there's something that you're going through or you've went through in the past, I want you to know and be encouraged that you don't have to stay there. That if you think a situation is totally hopeless, if you think that things just aren't able to change, you can't get out of something, whatever it is sometimes we think, I want you to know that things are able to change and God is able to make a way when there seems to be no way for something to change. And I am just beyond grateful for what the Lord has done in my life, and I'm giving God all the credit for our healthy growing baby, and I am so happy and grateful to be pregnant. It is an absolute miracle that we have a baby boy and we have another baby on the way, and it's just an absolute miracle, and I'm just so grateful, and I just want you to be encouraged that no matter what the something is, that it can change for the better in ways that like we can't even dream up. The things that have happened in my life and in many people's lives, for them to sit there and think, oh, this is going to happen or that's going to happen, you would never dream up the ways that God can make things happen. And I just want to encourage anybody that hears this little message, may you know that you're valuable, super, super valuable, and may you know that you're not alone. May you know that God is always, always with you. He is always on your side. He is always wooing you towards Him, and He's always open. He's always open to you, whatever it is you have done, whatever it is you think you've done. Sometimes I used to think, oh goodness, I've done way too many things wrong for Him to even look at me again, or for Him to even talk to me again, or oh goodness, I can't even pray to Him today because He just won't like me. All these lies used to come at me in bombarding amounts of time, like continually. And I had no idea that I was actually believing lie after lie after lie after lie after lie because I didn't know the truth. I had no clue that I was truly loved. I had no clue that I really truly was forgiven. I had no clue that when Jesus died on the cross, He paid for my sin. I heard He died on the cross. When I was a kid, I heard about it at Easter time. It didn't mean much to me because I didn't know Him at the time. But I had heard it, but I didn't know the power. I didn't know the power that can happen when Jesus actually, when Jesus comes into someone's life. And I had no idea about how Jesus could come into my life either. I clearly had no idea. Most of the time when I was growing up, Jesus was a word that I would say very carelessly. And back in, how many years ago now? Quite a few years ago, 95. Back in 1995, my baseball coach at the time, he asked me, he said, you know what, if you were to pass away today, do you think you'd go to heaven? And I said, oh, probably not, no. And he goes, well, do you want to go? I'm like, oh yeah, I'd like to go. And he said, so, well, in order for that to happen, you'd have to be forgiven for your sins. Do you believe you've ever sinned before? And I said, oh yeah, I've sinned lots of times. And he goes, well, if you want, you can just ask Him into your heart and ask Him to forgive you and make you the person He wants you to be. And I said, oh, well, how do I do that? Like, yeah, I'm interested. Had no clue. I'm telling you what, no clue how to do it. I'm like, so what do I say? He's like, just say from your heart, that you're sorry for your sins and that you want Him to come into your life and make you who He created you to be. I said, okay, so how do I do it? Like, how do I do it? I want to do it. I'm excited to do it. How do I do it? He's like, well, you can just talk to me in your own way. And I'm like, okay, so how? Like, I had no clue how to even do that simple thing of asking him into my heart. So I understand if you don't have a clue how to ask him into your heart or how to ask him into your life. And I said to my ball coach, I said, but Tom, I don't understand. Do I just say hi? It's me. It's Susan, or like how do I do this? And he just said again. He was very calm and very reassuring. Just in your own way, you ask him to forgive you for the things you've done wrong. Ask him to cleanse you and to come into your life and make you who he created you to be. So I still didn't really grasp how to do this, but I tried, and I'm thinking, okay, I wonder how I do this. So I said, so do I just say, hi, Jesus, it's me, Susan? He goes, however, from your heart to his heart, so long as it's genuine and you are meaning it, this is what matters more than anything. I said, okay. Excuse me. So that day, which was June the 8th, 1995, I said, hi God, hi Jesus, it's me, Susan. I'm really sorry for the things I've done wrong. I understand you died on the cross for my sins. Please clean me from the inside out. Please make me the person who you created me to be. And then I looked at him, I said, do I say anything else? He goes, no. He goes, that's good. And I said, so is it like, did it work, or like, did it happen? And he looked at me and said, did you mean it from your heart? And I said, yeah, I did. And he said, then that's all you need to do, is just mean it from your heart. And I was like, that's it? And he was like, yeah. I said, oh. He goes, so now you're a resident of heaven. I'm like, oh, like I had no idea what that meant. And I was just so shocked that it was so easy, because I had no clue how to even do this. So at the time, no bells or whistles came off, and I was just like, okay, well, I just did this, okay. And he invited me to come to his church that Sunday, and I think I agreed. I'm not sure. I used to party a lot, and I used to go out late till 3, 4 in the morning Saturday night. So getting up early Sunday morning didn't always happen for me. So I said goodbye. I was dropping him off somewhere in the church parking lot, was where I was dropping him off. So then after I had said this prayer, and he said, well, enjoy your day. And so from that moment on, that's when the Lord started in my heart to start working and getting all the lies out. But it's taken, and it's still an ongoing process. Trust me. I have a long way to go. I've come a long way, but I have a long way to go. And I just want you to know that you're not alone. You're not alone in anything that you're facing. Nothing. There's nothing that you face by yourself. And I don't mean to be crying. I just get so overwhelmed sometimes of how grateful I am for what God's done for me. The amount of bazillion of times He's forgiven me over and over again is absolutely amazing to me. And I can't thank Him enough. I can't thank Him enough. And there's just so many good things that have happened in my life since that point back in 95. And I just want to encourage you today that no matter what you're going through, no matter what it is, no matter how big of a pit you either jumped into, got pushed into, dug yourself into, whatever the pit is, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant how you got there. I want you to know that His arm is not too long. It's not too short to reach down and pick you up. It's not too short. It's well able and long enough to reach down and pick anybody up out of any situation. No matter how hopeless it looks, it doesn't matter how hopeless it looks. It doesn't matter how bad it is, because God's bigger. He's bigger and stronger. Can't find my Kleenex. He's bigger and stronger than anything that we can even fathom. And I just want to encourage anybody that happens to hear this, that you may know that you're loved and that you're valuable and that you matter. And that you matter because God made you. That's why you matter. And I just want to encourage you. So I have a little poem I want to read. It's called Just Imagine. This has brought me through many a days, and I hope it encourages somebody out there today. So this is the poem. It's called Just Imagine. Just imagine. Just imagine that you are smarter than you know, more courageous than you guess, stronger than you feel, healthier than you are aware of. You are more capable than you realize. You are more powerful than you think, more attractive than you assume. You're wiser than you suppose, more valuable than you've ever been told. You are more valuable than you've ever been told. It's true. And you are able to make a difference in the world that you have not yet begun to see. Just imagine that. So that's a really great poem. I want to encourage you to enjoy. And I wanted to read this little book for you. It's called You Are Special. I'm excited to encourage young kids, old kids, any age loves a book to be read. I mean, I love getting to read books to our little boy, and it touches my heart every time I get to read one. So I just wanted to read this one for you today. You Are Special by Max Lucado. I pray this touches every heart that hears it. It's a very good book. Very good book. The Wimmicks were small wooden people. All of the wooden people were carved by a woodworker named Eli. His wood workshop sat on the hill overlooking their village. Each Wemmick was different. Some had big noses, others had large eyes. Some were tall, and others were short. Some wore hats, others wore coats. But all were made by the same carver, and all lived in the village. And all day, every day, the Wimmicks did the same thing. They gave each other stickers. Each Wemmick had a box of golden star stickers and a box of gray dot stickers. Up and down the streets all over the city, people spent their days sticking stars or dots on one another. The pretty ones with smooth wood and fine paint always got stars. But if the wood was rough or the paint chipped, the Wimmicks gave dots. The talented ones got stars too. Some could lift big sticks high above their heads or jump over tall boxes. Still others knew big words or could sing pretty songs. Everyone gave them stars. Some Wimmicks had stars all over them. Every time they got a star, it made them feel so good. It made them want to do something else and get another star. Others, though, they could do little. They got dots. I'm just going to find my Kleenex quickly. Here it is. Sorry about that. So, sorry about that. Let's go back here. Others, though, could do little. They got dots. Punchinello was one of these. He tried to jump high like the others, but he always fell. And when he fell, the others would gather around him and give him dots. Sometimes when he fell, his wood got scratched, so that people would give him more dots. Then he would try to explain why he fell. He would say something silly, and the Wemmicks would give him more dots. After a while, he had so many dots, he didn't want to go outside. He was afraid he would do something dumb, such as forget his hat or step in the water, and then people would give him another dot. In fact, he had so many gray dots that some people would come up and give him one for no reason at all. He deserves lots of dots, the wooden people would agree with one another. He's not a good wooden person. After a while, Punchinello believed them. I'm not a good Wemmick, he would say. The few times he went outside, he hung around other Wemmicks who had a lot of dots. He felt better around them. One day, he met a Wemmick who was unlike any he'd ever met. She had no dots or stars. She was just wooden. Her name was Lucia. It wasn't that people didn't try to give her stickers. It's just that the stickers didn't stick. Some of the Wemmicks admired Lucia for having no dots, so they'd run up and give her a star. But it would fall off. Others would look down on her for having no stars, so they would give her a dot. But it wouldn't stay either. That's the way I want to be, thought Punchinello. I don't want anyone's marks. So he asked the stickerless Wemmick how she did it. It's easy, Lucia replied. Every day I go see Eli. Eli? Yes, Eli, the woodcarver. I sit in the workshop with him. Why? Why don't you find out for yourself? Go up the hill. He's there. And with that, the Wemmick, who had no stickers, turned and skipped away. But will he want to see me? Punchinello cried out. Lucia didn't hear, so Punchinello went home. He sat near a window and watched the wooden people as they scurried around, giving each other stars and dots. It's not right, he muttered to himself, and he decided to go see Eli. It's amazing the power of a decision. He walked up the narrow path to the top of the hill and stepped into the big shop. His wooden eyes widened at the size of everything. The stool was as tall as he was. He had to stretch on his tiptoes to see the top of the workbench. A hammer was as long as his arm. Punchinello swallowed hard. I'm not staying here. And he turned to leave. Then he heard his name. Punchinello? The voice was deep and strong. Punchinello stopped. Punchinello, how good to see you. Come, let me have a look at you. Punchinello turned slowly and looked at the large bearded craftsman. You know my name? The little Wemmick asked. Of course I do. I made you. Eli scooped down and picked him up and set him on the bench. The maker spoke thoughtfully as he looked at the gray dots. Looks like you've been given some bad marks. I didn't mean to, Eli. I really tried hard. Oh, you don't have to defend yourself to me, child. I don't care what other Wemmicks think. You don't? No, and you shouldn't either. Who are they to give you stars or dots? They're Wemmicks just like you. What they think doesn't matter, Punchinello. All that matters is what I think. And I think you are pretty special. Punchinello laughed. Me? Special? Why? I can't walk fast. I can't jump. My paint is peeling. Why do I matter to you? Eli looked at Punchinello, put his hands on those small wooden shoulders, and spoke very slowly. Because you're mine. That's why you matter to me. Punchinello had never hurt anyone. Punchinello had never had anyone look at him like that, much less his maker. He didn't know what to say. Excuse me. This book touches my heart every time I read it. Oh. Okay, let me stop. Punchinello had never had anyone look at him like this, much less his maker. He didn't know what to say. Every day I'd been hoping you'd come, Eli explained. I came because I met someone who had no marks, said Punchinello. I know, she told me about you. Why don't the stickers stay on her? The maker spoke softly. Because she has decided that what I think is more important than what they think. The stickers only stick if you let them. What? The stickers only stick if they matter to you. The more you trust my love, the less you care about their stickers. I'm not sure I understand. Eli smiled. You will, but it will take time. You've got a lot of marks. For now, just come to see me every day, and let me remind you how much I care. Eli lifted Punchinello off the bench and set him on the ground. Remember, Eli said, as the Wemmick walked out the door, you are special because I made you, and I don't make mistakes. Punchinello didn't stop, but in his heart he thought, I think he really means it. And when he did, a dot fell to the ground. And that's the book. You Are Special by Max Lucado. So I hope you've been encouraged today. And I am hoping to encourage you again another time. And I hope you're blessed and may you have an excellent, excellent 2017. Today is New Year's Eve and I am just beyond excited. You can see my little belly here. Here I am. Now you can see me better now. Look it! So I'm so grateful for this healthy baby inside of me that is going to come soon. And my due date is January 23rd. And the Lord knows exactly the day the baby's going to come. So, and I just want you to know that it's a miracle that I'm even pregnant. 100% miracle. The doctor said I would not get pregnant at all. Like at all. And so this is our 5th pregnancy. We've lost a lot of babies. The Lord has those. And God's healing me from all that too. And just whatever the something is that you're going through, don't think you're alone. And don't think that nobody else has dealt with it. Because there's other people on the face of the planet that we don't even know that have gone through and are doing excellent after climbing that mountain or going through that hard time. It's when we go through the hard times, when we go through the struggle, when we go through whatever the something is, we are stronger on the other side. We're more, we know what matters more. And little things matter. But like, I just want to encourage you that you matter, that you are valuable, no matter how little you may think you are, or how little you may feel. I want you to know that God sees you as the apple of his eye. He sees you as, he wants to just take your chin and lift your chin and hold your chin up and just hug you tight and love you in ways that you can't even fathom to be loved, in genuine, wholesome ways. He just loves you so much. And I just want to encourage anybody that's listening that God is alive and well and at work in this world. And we overcome evil with good. So may we all go about doing lots of good, blessing lots of people, pouring our kindness out on people, And I'm just excited for what's going to happen in everyone's life. And I'm excited to read more books for you and more poems. And yeah, I hope you have a super, super excellent, excellent day.